YouTube? Welcome back. This is episode 10 of The Final Whistle. You have me on the bottom right, one of four, your host today, Mike. On my left, we have Terrence. My top, right above me, we have Simon. To my top left, we have Chris. First thing we're going over is we're picking up from last week, talking about is Justin Herbert overrated? I say no. Name me 10 quarterbacks better than Justin Herbert.
Say 10?
Name me 10. Name me 10. 10 to 15.
Hey, better than Justin Herbert.
Better than Justin
Herbert. I can name 5 off rip. 5. I was going to say 10 is a little difficult because, yeah, you're talking about 10. He's at the top 10. He's at the top part of 10.
No, he's at the bottom. He would be like 9 or 10.
Or bottom. My bad. Bottom. When I said top, I meant like 9, 8.
Recently, or are we talking about like just in general?
No, he's talking about right now. All right, let's do this then. The first 5 are easy.
I know you're Mahomes. I know you're gonna go Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Jackson,
Drake May. That's 4. Hurts. I was gonna say you're gonna put Drake May above like
Hurts.
You're gonna put Drake May in the top 5. Wait,
MVP.
Are we gonna overlook Chris putting Drake May in the top 5 right now?
No, he's not top 5.
Drake May is not top 5. I'm not
He said
Drake May either.
Jalen Hurts is better than Justin Herbert.
What did Jalen Hurts do this season that Herbert didn't?
Justin Herbert. Jalen Hurts has outplayed Mahomes in a Super Bowl. Yes, that alone, Garrett. Like honestly, Jalen Hurts could be. You can make a good argument he's top 3 because of that alone. If you're gonna put Mahomes in the top 3, you can make a good argument that Hurts belongs in the top 3.
I'm definitely not putting Hurts top 3.
What? Oh, okay. I'm not saying Hurts top 3. No.
I was about to say you go take anybody in the top 3 over.
Off of here's my because you turned it to top 10. Here, let me explain what I meant because I didn't get to do that last week. My biggest reason of saying he's overrated is because he's not clutch. If you look at all of his look, last week we had a long ass conversation about CJ Stroud and what he didn't do in the playoffs. If we're gonna say that about CJ and we're gonna keep it real, we have to look at Justin Herbert and what he hasn't done in the playoffs.
And him not having an O-line is no excuse because Joe Burrow took the Bengals to the Super Bowl without an O-line.
Got sacked 10 times and still made it to the Super Bowl. Bro, do you know that Justin Herbert's touchdown to interception ratio is 2 to 4 in the fucking playoffs? This year, he didn't even throw a touchdown.
I mean, look at
Need I remind you that this is the same man that had, a 28-point lead on fucking Trevor Lawrence and let him come back?
Look who was his head coach at the time, though.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro.
Look at what Joe Burrow's had around him, and look what he did in playoffs in that Super Bowl run.
Mike, Joe Burrow has 2 all-pro receivers.
Bro, Mike, you can't say you can't say look at his head coach when he had got them to a 28-0 lead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I checked, a QB doesn't blow a 28-point lead. I didn't know Justin.
He only threw 1 touchdown in that game, and then he started throwing interceptions.
I didn't know Justin Herbert played defense.
But if your quarterback's throwing interceptions, you're not helping your defense out.
So that's what we're doing, Mike.
That's exactly what we're doing.
If I'm playing Madden, bro, and I give you a 28-point lead, bro, you should win that game. I don't give a fuck what your defense is doing. You should go score more points.
Yeah.
How about that one?
Like if Herbert doesn't throw those picks, they score points.
28-point lead. You already done.
And I ain't even brought up the worst game of his playoff career against us. Because we talked about CJ as all last week in his 4 interceptions, but did he not do the exact same thing? I was at that game in person. He did the exact same thing. And then this year he played even worse. He didn't even score.
Good question. All right. What is because I'm thinking of what y'all saying too. And if we using logic and stuff, like when it comes to playoffs and also performing, would it be too far fetched to say? Because he also said, because he's asked, who's better than Justin Herbert? Would it be too far fetched if I say Jordan Love?
Oh, I would have put over Herbert.
I feel like
and I would put Jared Goff over Herbert.
Okay.
I can't take Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff might be a stretch for me. He arguably has the most talented offensive roster around him than any other quarterback in the league.
Did Jared Goff not win the Super Bowl?
Said did you
What?
make or win?
He made us, bro. Justin Herbert,
But did he
hasn't
not
won a
choke in that
playoff
Super Bowl?
game.
Did he not
Jared-
choke in that Super Bowl?
Jared Goff choked when it mattered most.
And
And
Justin
also,
Herbert
with
has,
his, and also with his Lions team, you can compare the two with Herbert and Goff right
And
now.
Justin Herbert
They both had a terrible offensive
But-
line, but Goff
Yes.
has more talent around him, and he did nothing this season.
But my argument with what you're saying, T, is Goff had a better team around him than what Herbert had when he went on that Super Bowl run. Why do you think they got rid of Goff? You're not gonna get rid of a quarterback that took you to a Super Bowl unless you don't believe in him.
argue against. All I'm saying is, if you ask me who I want and the opponents,
I'm not even gonna lie. Hold on. I'm not even gonna lie because I may have to side with T because I'm looking at the stats right now. Like, mind you,
Yeah, the 2 to 4 touchdown to interception ratio does bring up a key factor. I will say that.
bro,
not even off the
54%. 54%. That's his completion percentage in the playoff. That's terrible.
Okay, my question though is, if you remove the time Jared Goff's been with the Lions, because the roster is so much better that he has with the Lions compared to what Herbert has. Like, he's got an O-line, he's got a run game, he's got weapons on the like outside. He's got a hella good tight end. When has Herbert had a like roster that was like fit for him? He's always had to be Superman, and he's not good at being Superman.
I want to hear that, but y'all did not give that grace to CJ.
No, okay, it's literally because we're comparing Herbert to Goff right now. I'm only comparing those two. I'm not saying
I get what you're saying, bro.
I'm not saying Herbert's top 7 or 6. Like, if anything, he might be 7 to 10. But Goff, man, I don't have trust in that dude.
hold on.
I don't trust Herbert, bro.
Hold on,
I'd say there's 7 other quarterbacks better than Justin Herbert right now.
I ain't gonna lie. I was about to tag in on that Jared Goff. Cause I want to say, we talking about playoff golf or we talking about regular season golf? Because we talking about regular season golf, he hasn't went below 50%. At the very lowest.
How about we add one more to the list? By the way, Matthew Stafford is better than Justin Herbert.
Oh, 100%. He's better than Goff.
Matthew Stafford.
That's why they traded Goff for Stafford.
I tell you what,
Stafford won a Super Bowl before Goff did.
I tell you what,
Matthew Stafford's number 6 on the list.
If Sam Darnold won the fucking Super Bowl, Sam Darnold was over Justin Herbert.
Oh yeah, especially
if Drake May won the Super Bowl, he's over Justin Herbert.
So if depending just off of that, Justin Herbert is already at like 8 or 9. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, let me put it like this: I acknowledge that Justin Herbert may be a top 5 talent. I'm not trying to take that away from him, but bro, talent is only half the fucking battle. You have to go out there and produce. And I hear the no O-line and all of that shit, but that's half the people in the league.
I would put Trevor Lawrence over Justin Herbert. They've had similar playoff like success, but like they're basically the same.
I ain't gonna lie, Trevor Lawrence over Justin Herbert. That's not too far fetched because, mind you,
that was
to
more
get to the point. To get to the point that I'm trying to make of the word overrated in particular, they try to put Justin Herbert in the realm like he's in the Lamar, Josh Allen, Mahomes realm, and my point is he's not on that tier. He is more of a Trevor Lawrence. Dak Prescott, he's in that realm. He is not on that level just yet, and that's why I say he's overrated.
Talent-wise, he's up there with Josh Allen, Lamar, but he has being able to translate the talent to an actual game, and especially a playoff game, it's completely different than just being a talented person.
I'm gonna kind of put this into like a I'm gonna just say this: Justin Herbert can be it's hard to really put Justin Herbert into and like as one of the best because we can name at least about 7 of them. Because even then, what he said, he's already like top like rank 8 at that time. I still can add two more quarterbacks that could literally put him at 10, if not at the 11.
What two
If
Because
quarterbacks you about to
everybody's
name? You about to
if
say Daniel
everybody
Jones?
is nah,
I
we
could
ain't doing that.
put Tony Williams on in that.
I wouldn't do that
Huh?
just yet. But he's trending there. I would say this: if you start every team in that division healthy, he might be the third best quarterback in his own division.
That's true.
I mean, what you got Mahomes? You got Mahomes and Knicks.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like the most. That's the most stacked division too. You got to think about that.
And if the Raiders draft old dude from what's it called?
Oh, Indiana Fernando.
And yeah, if they draft Fernando, man, if Fernando pans out, Herbert could end up falling to be the fourth best quarterback, or yeah, fourth best quarterback in that division.
We
I'm
don't have to
scared.
say
I'm
that
scared.
because it's the
Mike,
Raiders.
Mike, tell me the difference between Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence.
The difference between Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence.
As far as production,
Production, which you want? Regular season or like? Give me
man, we ain't
breakdowns.
here
Give
for
me
the regular
breakdowns.
season.
Give me breakdowns.
This what they've done since they've been drafted.
I mean, statistically speaking, nothing.
I mean, they've been playing average. Like,
They're the same person basically. But Trevor Lawrence doesn't get put in that upper echelon with all of the greats like Justin Herbert does, and that's my only point of saying he might be overrated just a little bit. And mind you, I'm saying this right now, but I'm not acting also like Justin Herbert can't get there. I recognize his talent, but pump the brakes. Like, hold on, he's not there just yet. Like, he gotta at least win a playoff game, bro. Because I'm old enough to remember Lamar was winning MVPs and they was on his ass because he couldn't win a playoff game. I ain't heard nothing like that on Justin Herbert, bro.
Now, like honestly, this upcoming season is like the season for Herbert to really kind of like it's. I feel like it's going to dictate whether Herbert is borderline upper echelon or just an average quarterback in the league because he's supposed to be getting back a healthy O line. The draft picks that they had that got injured on the O line that were supposed to be starting, like his O line is supposed to be significantly better next season. So you're going to get to see Harbaugh with a healthy offense. We're assuming right now it's going to be the best offense Herbert's had and best head coach he's had. Then also,
Is he getting
we talk about Mike McDaniel.
I was gonna say, is he
I was
getting
gonna say,
McDaniels as his OC?
we
Yeah,
talked
he
about
is.
this last week. Like we were kind of split on it. I'm
I didn't
a
like
fan
it,
of
but I
I'm a
feel
fan
where
of
y'all was
Daniels
coming
being
from.
there. So it's like if Herbert doesn't pan out this season and have a really good season and at least win a playoff game or two, all right, that dude's an average quarterback, and honestly, you could almost not fully consider him a bust, but for how high he was drafted and the
And I'm
expectations that were there
sure.
for him, he's
well,
kind of a
well,
bust in that sense. Even though, but he's not a full bust because he's at least a competent quarterback.
Yeah, because I don't even say he's a bust. Because in that same round, Justin Herbert damn near threw for 5,000 yards.
I
I
was
give
gonna
credit
say
where credit is due, but when it comes down to the moments, bro, he is not produced,
because
and
I was gonna argue for
that's
that.
where he turned like I jump off ship with him.
I was gonna say we're gonna use that logic too. Shit, if we're gonna, I mean, if we're gonna call Justin Herbert a quote unquote bust, shit, we can call Dak Prescott a bust.
No, so
Because
when I say bust, like
I
literally,
know,
yeah, like my def, like what I'm meaning a bust in terms of being a top tier quarterback.
yeah, I know.
Like
I
when
mean,
he
that,
was drafted, he was expected to be a top 5 quarterback, top 3 quarterback. If he is just an average quarterback, it's a minor bust for him because he's not what they expected. But he's not like when people hear like bust, you think of Josh Rosen.
Yeah, he not
Or
that.
like top,
he's
yeah,
not
he's
good.
not that. He's not that. Josh Rosen ain't even in league anymore. He's not starting. Like Herbert
That man's a sales
can go
manager now.
start. Yeah,
I say
no,
this.
Herbert can go start on a team, and as long as he's got a good team around him right now, the way he's been
I say this.
playing, as long as he's got a really good team, he's going to be decent. He's going to be a good game manager.
Do you think Herbert just need to change another team to really figure out his true potential? Because
Uh, I,
I
I
mean,
think
like we were saying earlier, he's getting Mike. He's gonna have Mike McDaniel's next season. He's gonna have his offensive line entirely back. We're really gonna
Not
see
just
if Mike
that.
McDaniels is gonna be able to unlock Justin Herbert's full potential because, like, we've seen the talent.
Bro,
We know Justin
Pat
Herbert has the
Mahomes,
talent to be like an S tier QB in the league.
I'm looking at my charger real quick.
he has the talent. I just don't see it as far as it's a lot like Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence has that talent too. It's just that when it comes down to it, and it could be partly the organization. I'm willing to even admit that. But what I'm saying is he doesn't get to be in that tier one just yet. And a lot of people try to put him in that regard, and I don't feel like he deserves to be there. Thus, that's why I feel like he's overrated.
And I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because since he's been in the league, like same kind of argument you've been making for C.J. Stroud. He's been one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league.
Most definitely.
Burrow, C.J. Like the one big difference between the offense that him and Burrow has is Burrow's had better receivers. Like as a whole, his receiving core as a whole has been better. You got T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Like Herbert, he's had an aging Allen.
But Herbert has
And
had a
he's
better
had
defense.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But like at the same time, though, if he's not having a good O line and his receivers aren't as consistent, and he only has one good receiver that's an aging receiver, you can't expect him to do a whole lot. And so then that's like one thing. Like this is one problem I have. Like we were talking about how last week how the NFL doesn't allow quarterbacks to develop. It's not
And
a
that's why I'm
quarterback
not trying to
development
say
league. It ruins more quarterbacks than it like grows. And so I think part of that reason is quarterbacks get drafted by shitty teams typically. Those top tier quarterbacks. You go to a shitty team that doesn't have a good O line in your first 3-4 years, you're just constantly your clock is so accelerated and you're one of the top sacked quarterbacks in the league. That does something to you mentally. So it's like once you get an O line, you gotta like learn how to. You gotta like mentally slow that clock down. You gotta learn, hey, I don't have to hurry shit up like I used to. I can slow down and actually go through my reads and actually be a playmaker. I'm willing to give him that benefit of doubt. I'm not. It's not an excuse, but I'm willing to give him that little bit of benefit of the doubt.
it's not what I have a problem with, because I agree with everything you said. I just don't understand how that didn't apply to C.J. Stroud. That's neither here nor there.
I mean, it applied to C.J. Stroud just because he had a way better defense and the picks Herbert throws were different from the picks C.J. was throwing. The strip sacks C.J. was having were terrible. No, it is a pick, but at the end of the day, you gotta know, hey, I shouldn't throw the ball there.
No.
Like,
What did you just say about O-line and speeding up your clock? Does that not apply? Even more so.
but
This is it.
this is the one thing. This is the one counter argument I have.
How bad of a season that CJ had this past season?
This is one counter argument I have to that. Is CJ knew that as long as he didn't turn the ball over with as good as the defense that the Texans had, you're gonna be fine. So me as a player, if I'm thinking as a player, I go into this game. My one thought is, do not turn this ball over. Take the sack. Don't turn it over. Don't force anything, because as long as you're not forcing shit, you got a good chance to win that game. You're probably gonna win with the defense.
What Mike Tyson say? Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the motherfucking mouth.
That's facts. And C.J. Stroud can't handle being punched in the mouth.
He already had a bad O-line, and his right tackle was out, and then the backup right tackle goes down, and his number one receiver wasn't there, and then his number one tight end goes.
You gonna explain how his tight end got hurt?
Dalton Schultz didn't get hurt from that. Dalton Schultz was a hamstring. You talking about Cade Stover. I see what you're doing over there, Mike. That was in the fourth quarter.
You still want to talk about how he injured his own tight end?
Nah, I give you that. That's inexcusable. You gotta throw that bitch on point. That shit was nasty as fuck.
That most atrocious pass. Wasn't he running out and he threw it in?
I tell you what though, that dude got 3 playoff wins and Justin Herbert only 3. So, and he beat him head to head.
I'll give you that. And I'm like, if we're gonna say CJ Stroud's better than Herbert, all of a sudden Herbert slides way, but like he slides back on that top 10 list.
I'm not
Like
gonna even
he's not
take it
even in
there,
the top
bro.
10 at that point. He's at like top 16, 15 at that point.
I feel like you put
I
Herbert on
want
that
to.
Texans team, y'all are in the Super Bowl.
I want to say that, but I don't believe it. Like I believe Herbert is overrated, but I can't sit here and act like I believe CJ is necessarily a better talent at the QB position than Justin Herbert. Because what Mike said is true. I feel like if we had a Herbert, we might have been a little bit better off. I'm not gonna go that far. Like I'll be objective in that. I see what you tried to do there. I'm not about to say that, bro. All I'm saying is they offensively they have some of the they struggle in some of the same areas for some of the same reasons.
No, that they
And
brought up
so
some good points.
a lot of the stuff applies the same. For me, I don't even think Justin Herbert is necessarily a bad quarterback. Like I would definitely not call him a bust. I just feel like he's been praised way too much, way too early. Like the praise that they give him, I feel like he can get it at some point, but I don't think he's earned it just yet. And that's why I'm just like, man, it's a microwave league, but sometimes we try to crown people too early. A la CJ. He had one good year. You know what I'm saying? And then we saw what happened. And I'm not saying Justin Herbert even did that. That's another reason why I would put him over CJ because
He's been more consistent.
we haven't seen him regress the way we've seen CJ
Yeah.
regress. I'll give y'all that too. But at the same time, when the rubber meets the road, I remember him being up in a playoff game and letting fucking Trevor Lawrence come back. I saw in person him throw 4 interceptions against us, and then this year you follow that up with scoring 6 points against the Patriots. Like at a certain point, we have to start looking at that because that's the same shit we get on Dak about. Like he can't win in the playoffs. How many great regular seasons has Dak had? But then when it gets to the playoffs, he
But
don't do shit.
he's been in the MVP race a couple of seasons.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
So,
yeah,
like, if you ask me, Herbert is closer to being a Dak than he is to being a Josh Allen. And that's all I'm saying with the conversation.
no, I could agree with that.
I'm just going to say we go ahead and let a spade be a spade.
That's all I'm saying, man.
I'm just glad you admitted Herbert's better than CJ, and that the Texans would have had a better playoff run if they had Herbert as their quarterback.
I try to be as objective as possible. Like, I love CJ, but, bro, I can't call a spade a diamond, bro. I can't call that bitch a clover or a heart either. I got to call a spade a spade.
CJ is like a lump of charcoal at this point.
Herbert is getting paid.
Nah, that's facts. Nah, this is one thing I'll say. I feel like the talent that Herbert has is so great that like people still like when they are like looking and viewing him, they look at his potential
Yeah, and
and they think
I
about
get
his
that.
potential. Whereas like you look at CJ Stroud and you see how he's regressed, it's hard to think about his potential. Whereas like Herbert, he's had he has not had success in playoffs, but he's had consistent good regular seasons.
But I've
And
seen
it's like you
CJ
just see his
like
potential, and then you see Josh Allen, how good Josh Allen's done, and him and Josh Allen have similar skill sets. So it's like it's
I've
hard
seen
not
both.
to.
I've seen
In
both be
in a
deer
way, he's
headlights in the
like
playoffs. But I've also seen CJ go in KC and play a hell of a game. Like if it wasn't for the refs, what was the conversation last year when we lost to the Chiefs? It wasn't CJ played bad.
Yeah,
It was the fucking refs. Y'all remember that shit? And
yeah.
how we got robbed in that fucking game. And that game could have like he didn't play bad. Like he came into this year with a 4-1 in touchdown to interception ratio. I told y'all this year terrible, and he cost himself so much money, and he really cost himself in the eyes of like the fans of like where he ranks amongst the greats in the game right now. And I give y'all all of that. But Herbert has to be looking at like too, bro. You can't 2-4 in the playoffs. That's terrible, bro.
No, that's pretty bad.
I mean, we go see how what Mike McDaniels could do with them.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I have all the faith in him in the world. I just don't feel like he's there yet. So that's what I feel like he's overrated, but he still has great potential. That's the best way I can put that.
I feel like if they would take the same approach of what they did with Josh Allen whenever they got Stephon Diggs, I feel like if they get Herbert like that bonafide wide receiver one, you could just like win against any DB.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll pretty much help him make the leap. But in
Like,
my opinion, like he
on
really
some-
hasn't had that type of receiver.
Like on some freak shit, we playing real fantasy football here. A perfect situation would be Justin Jefferson force his way out of Minnesota and go to LA. If shit like that happen, look out, bro, because Justin Herbert about to come up. But like, it would take something like that.
Or like possibly AJ Brown going to the Chargers, but I don't see them taking on that contract.
Nah, and AJ Brown, I don't trust him like that, bro. But George Pickens, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the Cowboys can't get him signed, if you the Chargers, bro, get that man in your building. Find a way to make him your number one receiver. Some shit like that, bro.
Yeah, because I think their number one receiver. I mean, they even have a receiver that crack 1,000 yards.
I don't know. I can't honestly answer that question. I guess what Lad McConkey would be their best receiver.
Technically, yeah.
Their rookie tight end was pretty decent for a few games this year. Gosden was
Hold
pretty
on,
decent.
let's take a second. Some of that. I was like stepped away for a second.
He didn't have a receiver
Let's-
to go over 1,000. McConkey had 789.
Yeah.
Allen had 777. Quentin Johnson had 735. Nobody was even
Let's
close
take a-
to like touching 1,000.
Let's take a step back real quick. Pickens would not be good for the Chargers as a number one receiver.
You don't think so?
We've already seen how he takes plays off a lot. And with like the Chargers system, you're going to be expected to do run blocking. You're going to be able to
Yeah, I
be
get
expected
down with
to
that.
sell out and go 100% on plays where you know you're not getting the ball. That is not in Pickens' skill set. Like Pickens is a top tier number two receiver.
So
So he can play consistently every play and go and do like play hard and sell out and draw like coverage and make people think he's getting the ball when he knows he's not getting the ball. He is not a number one receiver. He has the talent to be a number one receiver, but he is mentally not a number one receiver.
I
Do you
guarantee
think that should fail?
I guarantee him.
No.
I guarantee you if they
No,
tell
franchise
Pickens,
tag.
I guarantee
Not
you
even-
if they tell Pickens that he'll at least get 10 targets a game, I guarantee he'll play hard every snap. Because that's all that man. He wants the ball. That's it.
I vividly remember CD Lamb getting hurt in a game, going out, and it's like, all right,
Pickens went
as long
the
as
fuck up.
Pickens. Nah, okay, he did in one game, but there was another game where it's like, where is Pickens? And the whole time I'm watching Pickens, and this dude is loafing on 80%, 70% of the plays. Like,
Can I point out something, bro? Because I hear what you're saying, but can we also just acknowledge the fact that that wasn't really a narrative until y'all was eliminated from the playoffs?
no,
Like that
dude,
was
so okay. That was Pickens did great the first half of the season. CD came back. I'd get pissed watching the game. So I'm like, this dude Pickens is not playing like he was when CD was out at the beginning of the season. Like, I would not if I was not one of those normal Cowboys fans that didn't wait to like give Pickens shit until the end of the season, and we got like
I don't disagree.
I was on his ass that first game and he loafed. I was pissed. I was not happy about it.
Touch on that. Long story short, though, Justin Herbert needs to get a number one. To reach that next.
Like I would trust Brown more than I would Pickens as a number one receiver, but I don't even trust Brown.
He's kind of the same thing.
I was about to say he's kind of.
Also, Brown had a lot of drops this year.
That part.
A lot of drops. But I feel like if Brown goes to a scheme or a system where he at least knows he's going to get, like what Mike said earlier, when he said if Pickens knows he's going to get 10 targets a game, he's going to play hard the whole game. I have more faith and confidence in Brown to play hard the whole game and like actually play if he knows he's going to get 10 targets on that game. With the Eagles, he's not guaranteed targets.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not a JSN situation.
Yeah.
Although I
Or
will
Cooper
say,
Kupp.
Justin Jefferson
Or,
can find his way out of Minnesota, and he somehow ends up on the Chargers.
Out of feed families.
yeah.
Justin Jefferson might actually hit 2K if he's on the Chargers.
You ain't never lied. Especially because I will say this: as much as I hate Mike McDaniel's, he did almost get Tyreek to 2000. Like he knows how to put a receiver in position, bro. I don't like him
Yes.
as a head coach, as an OC. He might be good. I think he'll be good for them. I have to retract what I said last week. I'll admit I was more so talking about him as a leader, as a head coach when I said I didn't like him. As an OC though, I can see him like getting them going in the right direction though.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, like when Tua pre-CTE suit like Tua, the Dolphins' offense was one of the top-ranked offenses in the league. Like
Sure.
they were a good offense. Like you always had to be on your A game against them. But
Where,
once Tua got that CTE, it all went downhill.
you know, I mean, I just feel like Herbert, he has a lot to prove. He has all the talent in the world. He just has a little bit more to prove, bro.
I will say, comparing Herbert to Tua, you won't ever have to worry about Herbert underthrowing a receiver ever.
No, no.
I mean, that's not even a comparison. You can't compare Tua and Herbert. They're completely different things. But no, all right. So what's y'all Super Bowl? What y'all thinking about the Super Bowl coming up?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm honestly kind of rooting for Sam Darnold. Not gonna lie to you.
Ain't
But
even about
to win, not rooting.
I think Sam Darnold. I think the Seahawks should be the favorite. Like if I am a betting man. I put 100 on the Seahawks for full disclosure. But personally, I just think the Seahawks are the better overall team. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's a slam dunk though, because I do see a version of this game where the Patriots can win. I just think that the Seahawks are better on both sides of the ball. They play better complementary football because the Patriots defense is pretty good. Like it's actually like one of the better like defenses in the league. But I don't think they've seen the offense this good yet in the playoffs. You played Justin Herbert, you played C.J. Stroud, and then you played Jared fucking
Stidham.
And in two of those games, in late in the game, they still had a chance to lose. Against us, it was still a chance we could have won that game. And against the Broncos, if Sean Payton know how to fucking kick a field goal when he needs you, they might not even be in the Super Bowl. So like Drake May hasn't exactly been a world beater. And it's hard for me to feel like this is the stage where he'll just take that leap. But if he does, God bless him.
I will also say the Patriots are a very young team right now too.
Yeah.
The thing that I agree Seahawks should be favored. The only thing that concerns me is the Patriots are the number one rush defense in the league. And so the Seahawks are very dependent on the run game in a sense. Like they need the run game to be going. So this is where to me, for Sam Darnold to rid the ghost of his past, all the bad, just kind of reputation he has, he's gonna have to be the one to win this game.
I mean,
and so it's if the Patriots can take the run game away and force Sam Darnold to win the game, it gets interesting at that point.
To that point, though, I'd rather say that he has gotten rid of the ghost of the past because he is the first QB of his class to actually get this far.
Okay,
last
week we said he had to a couple weeks ago we said he had to beat the Rams as part of ridding the ghost of the past. Like he still hadn't rid the ghost of his past. He had one good game where he didn't ruin everything and lose the game. Are we really gonna say just because of that one game, this dude's no longer the old Sam Darnold?
Say this, but it's not even that. You said the run game. I give you that. But here's a big point. Name me the JSN that the Patriots have seen this so far in the playoffs. They haven't seen that yet. We just talked about how the Chargers don't have a true number one. When they played us, who Nico didn't play that game. And then who's the definitive number one in Denver? You get what I'm saying? So we haven't seen them have to guard something like that. Not to mention you got Cooper Cup, who's a savvy vet that played great in that Rams game. Like
Yeah.
we have the Patriots defense have to deal with that yet in this playoff run. And that's why I have confidence that Sam Darnold can get some things done. And as far as ridding the ghosts of the past, I think I was a big Sam Darnold hater. I don't know if y'all remember that shit. I was talking about that whole season. The thing you saw with him, it wasn't just that he won the game, it's how he did it. Like Matt Stafford played amazing, but he basically went toe to toe with him. And in the moments where we usually see Sam Darnold throw the interceptions and revert back to the dude that we expect him to be, he stepped up in those moments. You got to give credit when credit is due in that situation. And if he could close the deal, I feel like it's one of the best comeback stories you'll ever see in the league. Because we broke that dude off. Like
Oh
he
yeah.
was done.
My only thing though is like I favor the Seahawks. Like if I had to bet, I'd put money on the Seahawks. The only thing though, like I'm just saying, like I'm not fully convinced he's rid the ghost to pass. This is about to be the most pressure, biggest game he's ever played in.
I get
And
you.
if the run game's not there, is he gonna be able to make the smart decisions? Like if the Patriots can stop the run game without having to sell out to the run game, then you can cheat your coverage to like you can disguise some coverage, throw some like mix ups at Sam Darnold, make those things at him that make him think. And if you take away the first option and make him have to think a little bit more, all of a sudden mistakes could start happening.
Well, I will also
Like
say this:
that's my concern.
everybody has been rating Christian Gonzalez as the third best corner in the league. Because right now you have Surtain Stingley, and they have Christian Gonzalez at number 3. I would argue Christian Gonzalez did not see any top 10 receiver this season at all.
That's what I'm
Or his
saying,
career at
bro.
all. So like this is really and truly going to be the test of Gonzalez's career right here, because you're arguably facing the best wide receiver in the league this season in the Super Bowl.
But ASN,
You got to think about this though. Like
and then Rashid Shaheed is there too. So it's like, bro,
okay,
he don't really get a break, bro. So we about to find out a lot about the Patriots. And the thing is, it's not that they can't do it. We just don't know. And that's what makes this game so interesting because it's so many unprovens on both sides. I think that's the real spectacle of all of this. It's not necessarily about how great these teams have been because both of these teams were, what, 3 lost teams in the regular season? Like, we've seen them be good all season. This is where you earn that title of great. And we're about to find out who's really about that life and who kind of just rode the wave this year.
no, I feel like you made the point earlier. The Seahawks are the better team as a whole, like balanced everything. But then you bring in like the aspect of strength of schedule. This like Seahawks have had a way just their division alone is way more difficult
I
than
wasn't
the
gonna take it
Patriots have
there,
to do
but
with.
I wasn't gonna take it there, but I was definitely thinking about it because the Patriots played one winning team in the regular season, something like that. And then I mean, granted, you got to make it to the Super Bowl, bro, and that's why I don't want to discount it because regardless of how CJ played, regardless of what happened, even with the Broncos, bro, so much has to go right, and you have to play good enough to get to the Super Bowl. You don't just stumble into that game. So I'm gonna show the Patriots the proper respect. That's why I'm not just so quick to say, "Oh, they're gonna get their ass whooped," because I don't believe that's what's gonna happen by any means. But at the same time, like I say, bro, if I'm a betting man, I feel like the Seahawks have been, like you said, to your point, they've been more battle tested and they just are better overall. And even in the aspect of special teams with Rashid Shaheed, like to me, that was one of the most underrated pickups of the season because he made like an instant impact on
Oh
that
yeah.
team.
I will
In
also
terms of
say for
special
like
teams, offense, everything.
I will also say for like the Seahawks too, their road to the Super Bowl, they had to play the 49ers and the Rams 3 times this year.
Yeah, that's not easy, bro. Those are dog fights, and somehow they managed to win them, bro. That's not easy.
Oh yeah. No, yeah,
Yeah.
no. I think we all kind of agree on this one. Seahawks are the
But
favorite
just to
team, but it's
play,
going to be a good game.
just to play devil's advocate a little bit, because I do want to show the Patriots some love, bro. Like I can see that defense being a little bit dominant. If they start forcing turnovers and picking off Sam Darnold, this is when what Simon was talking about a rears ugly head, and I think that's the biggest question mark and why people aren't so quick to say it's gonna be an ass whooping for the Seahawks because yes, we've seen Sam Darnold play good to this point, but we still have our eyebrow raised of like, bro, is this just a hot streak, or are you really about to be one of them dudes? And so I feel like for him, this is the most pressure he's gonna be ever be under. And we have to see, like, can you really rise to the occasion? If he does, he'll shut so many people up. But if he don't, best believe there are gonna be so many people waiting to just be like, see, I told you, this is who we thought he was, and all of that shit. And with that being the case, bro, I just want to say, Sam Darnold, to me, he shut me up because I never even thought he would make it to this point. And for
Facts.
what he's done already, even if he don't win, ain't no moral victories. I get all of that shit. I'm not the first person to say that. But just the fact that he got written off the way that he did, and he's led a team to the Super Bowl, all props and respect to that man because I personally never thought he'll get there.
Yeah, I think we were all at the point.
I
He's like
agree
he's
with
been
that.
given more chances than Josh Rosen, but he ended up like.
Yeah.
I think what really helped him the most was when he went to San Francisco to be a backup under
Absolutely.
Shanahan. That kind of helped him mature a
Yeah.
little bit more. And then he was expected to go in like the same role for JJ McCarthy in Minnesota, but you saw McCarthy tore his ACL before the season started. Kevin O'Connell turned that man into a starting QB in the league. And you've seen what he's done in Seattle this season. He's brought them all the way to the Super Bowl.
He's been a legitimate Pro Bowler the last two seasons. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a fluke about neither one of those.
Like, if you wanted to go to the beginning of the season, like the biggest question about Sam Darnold, like going to the Seahawks, like looking at the success that he had with the Vikings, was it just a 1 year wonder? And he's proven that this season he's not like a one hit wonder.
That part.
What's up? I think
And he's taking that even a step further because it's not just that he wasn't a 1 year wonder, but he's also proving that maybe he can win the big game. And if he wins the biggest of them all, he's immortalized forever. Chris, who you got for the Super Bowl?
Drake May.
Here you go.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say this. I want Drake May to win. I really do. But the one that I feel like who has more experience and who is more equipped to win the Super Bowl, anybody, it's the Seahawks.
Chris,
But yeah,
move your camera. We can't see.
my
There you
fault.
go.
Okay, I want to say my heart is for the Patriots because if Drake May wins a Super Bowl, and not only that, but it's like given like his receivers also he's not only coming from one of the worst seasons he ever played in, and to do like a whole 180, it's like I'll say this, it'll be a better story than the Fernando Mendoza from Indiana.
Yeah, and with
In my
that,
opinion.
I'm hitting you with the flag because you room for your biggest off. Because I know you was the biggest Patriots hater whenever Peyton Manning was in Indianapolis. Same with Andrew Luck. You room for your ops.
No. I'm just saying I understand on the possible.
You room for your ops, and you not hating to your truest potential.
I'm gonna give credit to where credit is due. I'm gonna give credit to where credit is due. I'm gonna like Drake may have been balling his ass off.
See, me
Not
personally,
really.
whenever the Falcons were in that Super Bowl against the Patriots, I hated Tom Brady, but I hate the Falcons more.
But I'm gonna say this though, who I really think who has a better shot at doing it, it's the Seahawks because they have more of a stacked weapons than yes. It's gonna be a fight because, like I said before, the Patriots defense is literally one of the best, like literally, if not top three, matter of fact, top two in the AFC. So I mean, it's arguably because if the Texans is literally top five, the Patriots is damn sure up there. If not, they're above. Well, I wouldn't say.
Whoa.
I ain't gonna say the
Whoa,
but.
whoa, whoa,
I'm not gonna
whoa,
say the
whoa,
but.
whoa.
I'm not
Pump the
gonna say the
brakes,
but.
brother.
That's
I'm not
bro.
gonna say
That's
the
a
but.
flag right there saying Patriots
But
are better
no,
than
no,
Texans
no,
on
no,
defense.
no, because like it's arguable. It's lit. Have you not watched the Texans and Patriots game? It was literally defense versus defense.
Not necessarily.
It was literally CJ Stroud versus Patriots defense.
And it was really C.J. Stroud versus the Texans defense the way he was giving them that shit.
But I'm not gonna say this though. But
Like if Drake May was with the if you switch the quarterbacks, CJ's with the Patriots, Drake May's with the
Drake
Texans.
May will ball out with the
Texans
Texans.
win. Texans win 100%.
That's what he's saying.
I know. But I'm not. But we're not. I'm not gonna say and discredit the Patriots defense as saying like they because even though I feel like I say this they below the Texans. But like I said before, if we had to do top five, Texans is probably top one in the AFC with the Patriots number two. But the whole point of that is what I'm saying is we have Sam Darnold who has weapons. You got Kenneth Walker, you got JSN,
Cooper
and
Cup,
Cooper Cup.
Rashid Shaheed.
She
Yeah, like he got weapons, he got receivers. And then, like I said before, like we got Sam Darnold. Like I feel like he's experienced. He has chemistry with the Seahawks. So if anybody who's probably going to win the Super Bowl, it's going to be it's going to probably be the Seahawks. But I
I'm gonna
want
keep it a band. This game is gonna be one like any game, but this one in particular, this is gonna be one in the trenches. Whichever O line and D line are the most physical on both sides of the ball, that's who's gonna win the game. Because that's how it's gonna be determined. And we've seen both O lines and both D lines on these teams dominate in certain games. So it's about who imposes whose will. Because if the Seahawks go out there and they're running that ball up and down the field, we already know what the fuck about to happen. But on the flip side, if the Seahawks D line dominates the way we've seen them do this year, it's not going to even matter if the Seahawks can run the ball because the Patriots ain't going to be able to do shit offensively, bro.
but
Because running the ball is a big part of their game.
I say this though. As much as I want to say this though, Patriots really. Yeah, I might get a flag off of this, which I'm not afraid to admit it. But the Patriots O line really is not that good. That
No,
good
it's
for
not.
No, they're like mid tier.
it.
No, ain't no
Like,
flag, bro. That's facts.
They're like middle
no,
of the
and the
pack.
and
Seahawks have one of the top ranked O lines. Like Seahawks are top 3 O line.
I will
yeah.
also say like everybody's been high on Will Campbell this season too, the rookie.
We've been getting this shit work
And this is
like
another
a
thing I was
part
also
time job.
this is another thing I was
Benefiting
also going to add real
working for
quick.
Amazon.
Just real quick before we go, we're not going to act like that the Seahawks don't have and I'll probably get a flag thrown at this. I'll say at least top five defensive defensive backs
Dude,
in the
no,
No,
NFL.
that's facts.
they're
That's
like
facts.
everybody compares them to
Spitting
the
facts,
Legion of
brother.
Boom.
So
No,
this is what I
yeah.
said. So this is why I'm saying I want to see the Patriots win because it'll be another story. It'll be another story aside from Fernando's story because this is going to be it. Because like if you look at it, Patriots literally had one of the worst seasons last year. Them niggas literally had
But
first round
my
pick.
only pushback,
Right, what's
my only pushback to what you're saying, I get like you're not wrong. I just felt like the Sam Darnold story would be greater than both of those.
of course because Sam Darnold been through hell. He done
Yeah,
been
like
yeah, but it's like
that'd be like
Like
a Disney Channel movie come to real life, bro.
like
it's
we're
like
talking about Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl and then doesn't like continues to have a good seat like continues to have a good career even if he doesn't win a new Super Bowl. You're talking about a potential Hall of Fame candidate at that point.
Yeah.
Like as long as he has a good career afterwards, even if he doesn't make another Super Bowl, as long as he has a
You
good
make the
career, good
playoffs,
stats,
make a few championship runs.
all of a sudden you go from
Yeah,
being
he'll
a
be there.
bust to a potential Hall of Fame candidate.
I say at least if you get one ring. But I mean, everybody says like brings up rings and everything, but like you gotta look at Dan Marino. He's in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't have any rings.
He broke every fucking record there was, so
Yeah, we're not like a Sam Donald
and
could break some records, but like Dan Marino didn't go from being a bust to a Hall of Famer like
yeah. Not just
like
that, but
Darnold's gonna be.
Dan Marino made the Super Bowl too. Like he ain't just barely. He wasn't on no trash team. He just couldn't win that game.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a great story either way. I think I would love to see it. Like from a objective standpoint, I think the Seahawks should win. From a subjective standpoint, I would love to see Sam Darnold like close that chapter and get that dub. It's not even. I ain't gonna even say Drake May got time because one thing we know about the league is, bro, these moments aren't promised to anybody. Because when Joe Burrow was there his second year, it felt like he'll be right back, and he ain't even made it close. So I'm not even. But and so if Drake May win, God bless him. Uh, but I would like to see Sam Darnold do that shit, bro. That would be so cool to see.
no. I think Seahawks are gonna win, but I'm gonna be rooting for the Patriots.
Now I got $100 on the Seahawks. I might
Like
give
you
me.
rooting for the Seahawks?
I might need to go get a jersey or some shit before this.
JSN jersey.
Nah, I'm gonna get old school. I'm gonna get like a goddamn Rich Sherman or some shit.
Man's gonna look for
Okay,
a Marshawn Lynch
or
jersey.
Marshawn.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie, Marshawn Lynch. That'd be Bobby Wagner. Shit, I might go get a Sean Alexander jersey or some shit.
How crazy would it be if the Seahawks lose the Super Bowl due to throwing the ball at the 1 yard line again? That'd be fucking wild if they lose that shit again. And to the Patriots of all teams too.
They better have learned their lesson.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
only
there's different
difference
coaching
is,
staff, everything. So
I think the funniest thing will be if the Patriots do that shit. That's the ultimate revenge.
oh yeah,
I will also say, like, that situation comes, like, you don't, it's not like you got beast mode in the backfield again.
Nah, but Kenneth Walker is a hell of a running back.
and they got a good O line. They got a really good run blocking O line.
Chris, you muted. I like that man talking his heart out over there. I ain't hear none of that shit.
I was like, bro, I don't remember pushing the mute button. That's the craziest thing. I was gonna say, I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say though that I would love to see Sam Darnold get it, but I ain't gonna lie though. I'll say that who needed more? Sam Darnold more than anything. Who window is closing? Drake May, because
No, you can't.
I can. I can.
He in his second year.
He's in his second year. Joe Burrow was in his first year when he won that.
Second.
And look what they had going on with him. And look where he at right
I
now.
get-
second.
Here's
I can
here's
top
the
that.
biggest-
No diggy. I can top that. Pause
Wow.
again. I can
Wow.
Pause.
Okay.
Pause. But
You
look
need
at
some
Brock
baby-
Purdy.
you need some baby oil?
Look at Brock Purdy though. He done made since he went to the NFC Championship. He done made by at least like I think about five playoff appearances. At least out of those, I think at least 2 of those in the NFC Championships. Where was he at now?
Has he been in the Super Bowl? No, he was once, right?
He did
One
make
time.
It was Jimmy G in the Super Bowl, I think. Yeah,
Nah, they
Jimmy-
both
And
made
he
it.
choked.
Yeah, they both made it one time.
Yeah, I
And they
thought
choked.
Purdy was in there twice, but it was Garoppolo then Purdy. And they
But
both
Purdy
lost.
didn't really
Yeah, but-
choke. Jimmy G choked.
Here's the difference in the Burrow situation, though. The Patriots aren't the Bengals. Like, the Patriots are, like, one of the top-class organizations when it comes to building teams and sustaining and maximizing what they get out of their teams. Whereas the Bengals are notoriously known for being a cheap, bottom-feeding organization that, quite honestly, was lucky. Bro, Joe Burrow got sacked 10 times and made it to the Super Bowl. They was not supposed to do that shit. And it's the reason why they haven't been back. Whereas the Patriots, you can't guarantee that somebody will make it back, but Drake May is set up to have sustained success far more than Joe Burrow was.
Oh yeah.
So, like, as far as you saying the window is closed, and I can't say that because I've seen the Patriots build. Bro, they was talking about it on ESPN. You know that Robert Kraft has owned the Patriots for 32 years, and they've made it to 11 Super Bowls. That means that basically every 3 years, his team is in the fucking Super Bowl. That doesn't sound like somebody whose window is closed. This is that head coach's first year, and this is their quarterback's second year. They're only probably going to get better in that division.
And you're
And
also
you take into
talking
account
Kraft
that they
hasn't
just
been the Hall of
lost.
Fame.
You got to
Yeah, that's
consider the
just
fact
crazy.
that they lost their head coach that should have been in the Hall of Fame. They lost a quarterback that should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, assuming
All of them
the
should have
voters
been.
don't do some dumb shit. Then
I mean, hold on.
you
I mean,
take into account that
didn't they
they
have Mac
also
Jones
they had
too?
a bad year after all of that. Like they honestly had a few 3 seasons where it was down and
Yeah,
they
they
weren't
went
doing
bad for
much.
3 years.
But
Now they're back.
I also want
yeah,
to point out Robert Kraft has made it to the Super Bowl with 3 different head coaches and 3 different starting quarterbacks. He made it before Belichick got there. That's the year that they lost to the Packers in '97. Then Belichick gets there and they start winning them bitches. And now he's there again with a whole new coach and a whole different quarterback. Like if you could bet on any team being competitive going forward, it's the Patriots because they just know how to do that shit the right way.
I mean, shit. I mean, when you look at the Patriots, they got the cash. Shit, they know how to bring people in.
well, that's the
Yes,
crazy
so
thing is
when you say that the window is closing for Drake May, I'm like, nah, I would say that the Seahawks got to strike while the iron is hot more so than the Patriots.
and when you look at what the Patriots did this offseason and all the free agents they brought in, they didn't bring in top tier free agents. They brought in people like free agents that people were willing to go without, that they didn't expect much from, and they turned all of those free agents into a Super Bowl roster.
I mean, what Diggs was probably their biggest signing.
That part,
And that dude's honestly washed compared to what he used to be. That dude's
no, right,
aging. He's on the downhill side of his career.
right.
Yeah, Diggs is definitely on the back end of his career. He's still
Who?
reliable. He's just not like your dominant wide receiver one anymore.
It's not,
You're not worried about double teaming him.
But I would say
Really?
that's like one of the Patriots' strengths too, because they spread the ball around to so many different guys.
If the Patriots win, that's what I would want to see more than anything, though. Stephon Diggs getting the Super Bowl, I would love to see that.
Yes. Yeah.
I can give two
Bro,
fucks
Stephon
about
Diggs
Drake
get
May,
one
though.
before.
I ain't gonna lie,
Stephon
though,
Diggs get one
that-
before the Vikings and before Josh Allen. That'd be
I
crazy.
can give 2 fucks about Drake May. Personally, fuck him.
Sheesh, is that how you feel? Tell us how you really feel.
I just told you, fuck him.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get mad though. I mean,
I am though. Fuck him.
It's just because Drake May won against the Texans, right?
I mean, that's not his fault though. I mean, that's CJ fault.
We all understand where I'm coming from. Fuck him.
I mean, if you need to say fuck to anybody, fuck them to anybody, it's the Patriots defense. They the one who capitalized
Well,
because y'all really.
guess what, Chris? Fuck them too.
There you go. I want to say if you're gonna say fuck to anybody, nigga, the Patriots defense fucked y'all up because Drake May was playing like CJ Stroud at the time.
Fuck Robert Kraft. Fuck Bill Kraft. Fuck Kraft and Cheese. Fuck all of them, bro. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all the Patriots, man.
Drake May was going against a tougher defense than what CJ was going against, so you can't fully say that, Chris.
I mean, Drake May had. But still, though. I mean,
Drake May also had 4 fumbles. We just didn't get all of them. If we get all of those, that game looks a whole lot different. Do you know it was a sequence in that game where CJ threw a pick and the very next play was a strip fumble where Drake May gave that shit right back to us?
Yeah.
That's why,
The football gods were with the Patriots that game.
because you said that Drake May has been playing great up until this point, and that's really not the case. He also got very, very lucky that that was a backwards pass. I'm not gonna argue that Jarrett Stidham didn't throw that shit backwards, but you realize that play is the only reason why he even got a touchdown. Like if that doesn't happen, they might score 6 points against the Broncos and lose that game. Like he had 86 yards, bro.
Like the football gods have been on the side of the Patriots this season, especially in that Texans game, because the ball is only going to bounce your way so many times, and that's one more reason why I'm like, the luck is running out. Like all of a sudden, you're talking about who are the football gods going to side with? Sam Darnold, who could have a Disney movie made after him if he wins the Super Bowl, or the Patriots.
That's what that bitch gonna be called, Seeing Ghosts.
Eh,
I will also say, going back to whenever Chris was defending Phillip Rivers, 86 yards is apparently a lot.
Mm.
I mean, that's the difference though. Phillip Rivers came from a 5-year hiatus.
I don't want to hear it.
Nobody
Nah. Because you got Drake May who been playing since who's
2
never
years,
stopped
2 years,
touching the field.
2 years.
Outside of that, because we can go back to the college too. He ain't never stopped playing. He ain't never stopped touching the field all the way up until this point right now. Because he's at practice.
Chris, can I ask you a question?
What's up? Talk to me.
If the coach GM knows that Phillip hadn't played in 5 years when I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm
So
telling you.
they knew what they was saying when they put him in there.
That's it, man. I'll say this though. I still fuck with the GM. I still fuck with him.
You talking about the coach GM?
Yeah.
You crazy as hell.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's not even their GM, it's y'all's owner. Like, I think the Colts have one of the most interactive owners, like, with the team. Because she's, like, constantly, like, always evaluating to see how well, like, everybody's doing their job.
See, I don't feel like you could fully say that yet, because this is her first year, like, owning the team. Like, the reason she was on the sideline is just to, like, gain knowledge.
This is her second year.
Is it her second year? Okay. But, like, I feel like she was on the sidelines this year, because last year she realized she needed to understand and know more in order to be able to own the team. Now, the Colts, they've had a top O-line in the league consistently. They've had a really good run game in the league consistently. They just they can't figure out the quarterback position.
Okay.
Like, if the Colts could just figure out the quarterback position, you're talking about a team that's you're talking about AFC Championship possibly.
It's two things that they can't figure out: quarterbacks and cornerbacks.
You know what? No, you know if the Colts are, Chris, they that girl that got their heart broken and then became a hoe and started fucking everybody. Andrew Luck broke, and y'all was in a good relationship with Andrew Luck, and he cheated on y'all ass, and y'all, that was the beginning of y'all villain arc, and y'all been fucking every other quarterback y'all seen, and just been going from quarterback to quarterback to quarterback. Y'all even called up y'all ex, bro. Y'all hit him with the you up. 5 years later.
Y'all might need to get tested, bro. Y'all might need to get tested at this point.
That's what the Colts are. The Colts need to go get tested, bro.
Shit.
Y'all got y'all heart broke, and now y'all looking for marriage.
Are y'all not the same either?
No.
Bullshit. Because ever since y'all lost,
We never had Andrew Luck.
ever since y'all lost Deshaun Watson, y'all niggas been trying to get into a new relationship, and them motherfuckers been fucking y'all asses up each time. You got into a relationship with Davis Mills.
Fucked up. 2 quarterbacks.
It's only been 2 quarterbacks.
I was gonna say that's 2.
And your relationship still ain't last.
Have 2 quarterbacks, 2 division championships, and 3 playoff wins. Y'all don't have none of that.
And this is where I will give CJ Stroud his flowers. Look at the quarterbacks the Colts have drafted. CJ Stroud's actually maintained and held down a starting quarterback position compared to the quarterbacks that the Colts have drafted. CJ Stroud has yet to tap his helmet after a play asking for a break.
We were at that game in person.
I will also say, since Andrew Luck retired, the Colts have had 11 different starting quarterbacks.
Sheesh.
That's Cleveland Brown numbers.
Yeah.
Because y'all had, after Andrew Luck, y'all had Jacoby Brissett. He didn't work out. Then y'all got Phillip Rivers. He retired.
I ain't gonna lie.
Then y'all got Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Gardner Minshew, Anthony Richardson, Joe Flacco, Daniel Jones, and then you also had a rookie in Riley Leonard.
I'll say this though.
And y'all called Phillip back.
I'll say this. We could have did something with Gardner Minshew. I'll die on that hill. We could have did some bullshit.
With who?
Gardner Minshew.
Not also the count. With Jacoby Brissett, whenever in 2019, y'all also had Brian Hoyer, And then along with Matt Ryan, y'all had Sam Ellinger and Nick Foles.
Yeah, I remember all of them starting a game too and playing.
Y'all getting passed around, Chris. No pun intended.
I mean, I can't. I can't say that. We got in trouble finding quarterbacks.
You don't know who jersey to buy year to year.
Cause I ain't gonna lie though. I'm gonna be honest though. In my defense, in the Colts defense though, nigga. In the Colts defense though, those years that you done listed, we had a trash ass O line. I said the best.
Y'all did.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Cause
Andrew's look his last year, y'all had a top 5 O line.
It's been great ever since then. Y'all drafted Quentin Nelson, everything changed.
Hold on.
Yes.
You said okay when we had Quentin. Okay,
right, and what year did Quentin Nelson get drafted?
Probably like 2018, 2019.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all have had one of the best O lines since he's been there.
This is what I was about to say. Because at that time, well, I won't even say then. Because Jacoby Brissett was playing at that time, wouldn't he? If I'm not mistaken.
Possibly. I don't know. It's too many of them to count.
2018, 2019. If I'm not mistaken, Jacoby Brissett was playing.
Right. Sounds about right.
Okay, they probably had a stacked O line. I'm not gonna get mad, but after that.
In 2018, that was y'all's best offensive line. The 2018-2019 season was y'all's best offensive line for Andrew Luck.
I'm also not going to say nothing about Gardner
Minshew.
But I mean, we had Gardner Minshew too. I mean, the year Gardner Minshew was starting quarterback. It was
Gardner Minshew was in 2023 before when y'all had Anthony Richardson for those first 4 games, and then he got hurt.
Chris, I'm going to say it this way. If the Colts organization was a person, they'd be the stripper that you see at a food truck in LA at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Nah, it'd be
that's what the Colts are.
Be one of them lot lizards.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What's your team?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh man, it's the Cowboys, but I'm kind of numb to them. But I mean, I know their ass. I know they got problems. I'm not over here defending them and saying they're gonna go to the Super Bowl like you were earlier this year. Nah, I'm a realist Cowboys fan. I don't take shit out of us.
What's going on? I missed what happened.
What happened?
He brought up Chris brought up the Cowboys.
Compared to the Colts, if they were a person to a stripper that you see, like a prostitute you see outside of a food truck in LA at 2 a.m.
Or like,
and then,
or like one of them lots you see in like those 18-wheeler lots.
Yeah, and then Chris asked who my team was, and I was like, Cowboys, but I'm a realistic fan. I know we're not going to do shit. I didn't expect us to go Super Bowl.
More successful than y'all.
I would also say at least the Cowboys have a QB.
And make the playoffs consistently.
I
won a playoff game more recently than the Colts.
Huh? I bet you wish you had a Dak Prescott.
Bro, you know what? You know who the Cowboys the last win the Cowboys had in playoffs was against? Tom Brady.
Whoa. That's that.
That was
I'll try to throw that out there since the Colts lost to Tom Brady so often. It was at the end of his career. It was like that game did cause him to retire, but
it was the last game of his career.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even been in the playoffs.
Yeah, they was 8-9.
Hey. Still beat Tom Brady in playoffs. What can the Colts say?
Can I point out that the 2 playoff wins Dak Prescott have been against old-ass Tom Brady and Geno Smith?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I just had to throw it out there. I literally just had to throw out the fact that Cowboys beat Tom Brady in playoffs where the Colts.
That's not the best argument, though.
Yeah, that's not the argument.
I would have went with at least we was in the playoffs. Because when the last time the Colts been that crazy?
The last time?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
5 years ago, whenever they had Phillip Rivers the first time, and they was first round exits, if I wasn't mistaken.
True, I think that was the last time.
It's been a rough. Y'all getting passed around, man.
But ain't gonna lie though. At least we know we stuck. Y'all get to the playoff. Y'all get to the championship. Y'all suck. Y'all sell. every
It don't
fucking year.
sound
You
like
said you know y'all suck?
You said
It don't sound like
bro. What episode was this? Like episode 2 that y'all was saying y'all were going to the Super Bowl, and then by episode like 6, you was like, I don't know, man. 6 or 7.
episode 1, Mike. Cause Chris, what was y'all record that week 9? Wasn't y'all 8-1? What happened?
Best record in the NFL.
I mean, well, let's see.
So you going
Let's see what else
went from the number 1 seed to out the playoffs. What we doing here?
I don't want to hear Daniel Jones got hurt either, cause y'all was losing before that happened.
I'm walking through with you. Let's see.
What, you gonna say it's 89 Mitchell's fault? That was one game.
That was technically we would have been 9-1.
That was one. That was
We
one
would have
game.
been 9-1.
That was one game. Y'all would have been 9-0.
That,
What happened? What happens after that? What happens after 9-0?
Sauce Gardner got injured.
This was all before you had Sauce Gardner.
I was about to say, yeah, you didn't have Sauce yet.
No, because around that time, that's when we traded Adonai Mitchell.
You had
a week
Sauce for one game.
I thought y'all's record was like 8-2 or 8-3 by the time you got Sauce. Like y'all had already had 2-3 losses already at that point.
It was like 7-1 when they got Sauce.
Because after we lost that game where Adonai Mitchell fucked up on that one time, I think we played. I think it was like 2 weeks after that. Then that's when we traded him for Sauce Gardner. And literally we haven't had him a full week. He got injured.
That's not true. He did play a full week. He got hurt against us. That was like 3 weeks after y'all got him, though.
Yeah,
and y'all were already losing before that point.
I swear he played like at least 2 games.
I can tell you what happened, Chris. Go back to the episode 1 when I told you that Daniel Jones was not the reason y'all were winning. Jonathan Taylor was. And what happened was the league figured out how to slow him down. And once he slowed down, guess what else slowed down? Y'all, as a team, as a unit, as an organization, as a conglomerate, the Colts, Indianapolis, all of that shit just fell by the wayside.
The downfall. The downfall of the Colts also began after that Falcons game. Y'all lost 7 straight. Lost to the Chiefs 23-20, Texans 20-16, Jaguars blown out 36-19, Seahawks 18-16, 49ers blown out 48-27, Jaguars 23-17, Texans 38-30. 7 straight.
Nah, what Drew ass said, because he was trying to argue that Phillip Rivers was going to do some shit.
Oh, man, yeah, I don't know where he's at right now. Yeah. But nah, yeah, that dude was trying to argue Phillip Rivers. All I know is Phillip Rivers made me money by throwing a pick in that first game.
If I was a betting man, I would have bet on that shit too.
I ain't got nothing to say for you, brother.
I was saying over there.
No.
Yeah, feel every piece of that, Chris. Your team trash. You need some glad bags? I got them for you.
Chris, people wipe their ass with the Colts.
I ain't tripping though. Just as long as I know. Hey, so we on the me and you, Terrence, we on the same ship, just different decks.
That's not even the same.
Whoa.
You can't even say it's the same. Because
we got a quick cameo.
I just want to make an argument. The Colts was better than the Texans this year. Without injury, the Colts was better than the Texans.
Didn't we play them?
I cannot agree with that statement because if the Colts were better than the Texans, why didn't the Texans lose 7 games straight?
Also, you got to think about injuries they had. One of their best nickel corners, if I'm not mistaken, Kenny Moore got hurt as like for a little.
Man, nobody trying to hear that shit.
Kenny Moore has been one of the worst slot corners in the league this year.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
The Texans defense alone would win the game against the Colts in the back half of the season. The Texans defense alone would have won the game. Regardless of what CJ Stroud did, the Texans defense would have won the game.
Daniel Jones played that game. Daniel Jones played that first game.
And if I'm not mistaken, Daniel Jones was also completely healthy that first game.
Jonathan Taylor ain't do shit either.
Alright, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I was just trying to help a man's out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you can't help them. They trash.
I want to
Hey,
say
on
so
the-
bad that they will win. I want to say so bad that they will win. I know they lost. But I'm going off of what if. Like, there's a lot that could happen in the second game.
You know,
CJ,
what if
I mean, I don't know.
CJ don't throw 4 interceptions? You know what I'm saying? All of that shit.
Y'all still would have lost. Y'all offense and shit.
That's
We
another
all know
conversation.
y'all. Huh?
Huh? You say who?
Dude, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You ain't saying shit, but I can hear you.
I do feel like y'all are still lost. CJ is not.
Patriots?
Yeah.
How?
Bro,
If he don't throw 4 interceptions?
I also don't think y'all offense do
Texans
that.
win. If CJ don't throw 4 interceptions, Texans win that game 100%.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
I can think of one pick in particular that gave him 7 points. That
Yeah.
Simon won't let me forget about.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring that up, but I was kind of waiting.
I still don't see the Texans winning. I'm about to say, I feel like y'all also minimizing what the
Let's turn the
Patriots do.
camera back on you, man. He ain't help you.
I'm saying, so, that's right.
How about not?
What is he cooking? The argument was the Colts. How is this going to the Texans versus the Patriots?
Oh.
How are we going back to a different square?
He's trying to break it full circle.
I'm definitely not.
Who's your team said? Who's your
He
team?
can't save you.
I got two teams.
What
That's
are they?
small as my phone. Ravens and
Hold on.
Patriots.
Who?
He said
Ravens
Ravens
and
and Patriots.
Okay.
He been a Patriots fan since I know him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet he been a Patriot since college. I validate that.
Great, bro. I can vouch for that. Ravens.
Hey, Lamar. That's the reason why I joined.
You're not even a real Ravens fan. You're just a Lamar Jackson fan.
Hey, look, brother. When they playing, that's my team. Everybody else.
Ravens Patriots play each other in playoffs. Who you rooting for?
But you were supposed to help him defend the Colts. What happened to that?
I'm saying how we go from the Texans and Patriots game when we talking specifically about the Colts.
This is heavy deflecting, bro. This is heavy deflecting.
The
I rest my
goalpost
case at this point.
How you stand back up and they can't even save you for the Colts? Your team trash.
It's your backup like the Colts backup.
I know we should have him episodes because he gonna know.
Oh yeah,
you gotta
for
hop,
sure.
bro.
Huh?
You gotta hop on one of these shows full time, bro.
I'm about to say, I just be at work half of the time. And you saw me play before, yeah.
Yeah.
But I catch you whenever I can. I'm about to say, I come over here 15 minutes away.
Hey,
Now, yeah, Chris needs all the help he can get defending the Colts.
I was gonna say we a little bit over time.
Are we out of town? Yeah.
I was looking at like the trade deadline for the NBA. It's tomorrow, so we can really hit on those next week since the deadline's tomorrow.
All I gotta say is I'm so thankful the Mavs traded AD and at least got some shit in return. Oh my god.
Now the Luka trade makes sense because y'all got first rounders and all kind of shit back.
Yeah, no. You can't say the Luka trade makes sense now because hell no. If they would have gotten they could have gotten out of Luka, we would have the most first round picks in the league right now.
You ain't let me elaborate on what I was trying to say. Y'all expanded on what y'all gotten for Luka is what I'm saying. So it looks a little bit better now. Let me say it that way.
I don't think.
Y'all
we tried.
Basically, you ever heard of the theory of a person who traded a paperclip and ended up trading it for a house? You trade a paperclip for this and get this and get this.
That's not what we did. We traded a Ferrari for a fucking 1980 fucking Suburban that's got 400,000 miles on it. And we didn't even get the max. The return we got for AD does not even compare to what we could have gotten for Luka. Like that's
But Luka is gone. He's not coming back. He's Andrew
Why do you
Luck.
gotta remind me? Why do you have to
It's
remind me?
possible.
Ah,
But y'all got another white boy.
so I'd rather have Luca. I
I
don't
don't
want
know.
another white boy.
They was
I
the one.
want the white boy.
They was the one that
That boy
traded.
just he dropped 49 and he done dropped 30 in 3 straight games. I don't know, man. He looked good.
No, okay, that's the one. That's one thing I'm like pissed about because I just want to be pissed at the Mavs, and it's kind of hard to be pissed at the
Bro,
Mavs with Cooper
Nico
Flag.
gone,
Like,
man. Nico gone. Let it go. He
no,
gone.
but the owners are not gone. The owners that okay, I don't like. Nico was a great GM, but he needed owners that understood basketball to keep him in check. The owners at the end of the day are the final people to sign off on a trade and approve a trade. The
I'm gonna
GM
tell you
still
this.
has to go through the owners. I
I'm
blame
gonna
the
tell you
Dumonts.
this.
We need to sell the team again. Sell the fucking
The only
team.
owner
I'm
that
gonna
y'all
tell you
lost is
this,
Mark
Simon,
Cuban.
bro. I'm gonna tell you this, Simon, bro. That's a lot of tears for some milk that had already hit the table. That shit spilled already. You can't cry
Oh,
over
yeah.
it, brother.
We trying to make orange juice out of oranges right now, or lemonade out of lemons right now, and we ain't getting much lemonade out of the lemons we got. It ain't much.
Y'all might not got no lemonade, but y'all got some Kool-Aid mixing over there.
Man, we ain't got enough. Nah, we ain't got enough lemonade to open up a lemonade stand on a fucking block yet. Like, nah, that's how bad it is. Like,
Super flag,
just real,
Kyrie get back, y'all gonna be straight, bro.
just real
okay,
quick.
No, they would
what's
not.
up?
Oh, well, I don't see them being good with Kyrie come back. I still see them being the same.
Y'all gonna be good. Super flag gonna go.
Okay,
He rookie of the year, all of that shit.
if Kyrie comes, okay, this is the only like I don't want Kyrie to come back because if Kyrie comes back with the
Not
way
this year,
the
no.
Western Conference is, we could low key make play-ins, and I do not want to make play-ins. I want a
Nah,
high
don't do
draft
that.
pick. Yeah,
No,
nah,
Kyrie shouldn't play all season, bro. Let that man sit. Let him go
I hope he
zen and
doesn't.
read a book or something.
Like, let him start playing at the end of the season when we know we are not going to make play-ins. We have no chance of making play-ins. Let him play then and start getting his legs underneath him and getting into like basketball form a little bit at that point. But
Nah, AD,
nah,
I think it was good for y'all to go ahead and get off that, and move on to greener pastures and let that chapter be done. It is what it
yeah.
is, though, man.
I'm happy. We can talk. I'll get into it more next episode since we like over time already. But I am happy with the trade
Say,
for AD.
say,
We
you
got
gotta
some
come
good
back for
pieces.
the basketball episode, brother.
All right, let's bet.
Facts.
I don't care. I say I'll be locked in.
He don't know his basketball.
I'm gonna say I thought I'm just gonna start talking about the trades. I was about to say so. I'm actually interested.
That's what we're gonna do next week, though.
That's a bet. I'm gonna say I'll be
But he
there.
can't save the Colts. And Chris, I want you to know that you can't save them either. I
I
don't know
got
the whether to get y'all toilet paper or a glad bag. Y'all ass or y'all trash, man.
They already on the
You
streets looking for their next one night stand. Like,
know
hey,
what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna
Y'all
lie.
got your Andrew Luck broke y'all heart, and y'all been unlucky ever since. Pun intended.
yeah. I'm gonna say y'all kind of deserve it for all the Andrew
You know
just like
what? Y'all do deserve it for letting Peyton Manning leave like that because his neck was fucked up. This is karma, and I hope y'all learn from this shit.
It's even more karma for not giving Andrew Luck an entire offensive line his entire time there until his last season playing.
Y'all went to go get a pack of cigarettes on Peyton Manning and never came back in that man's life. Y'all abandoned that man like a black father.
I
That
mean,
man made it without y'all. That man broke records and he won another Super Bowl without y'all in his life. He don't need y'all.
when we look at that, we good. We good. We talk about that another time. Cause I was like,
yeah, because you were starting to stretch it a little bit, T. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
if it wasn't for
crazy.
that defense the Broncos had, Peyton wouldn't have had a
Nah, for
ring.
sure.
that's low key
Man.
what I was about to say. And I was like, Peyton also didn't play that much longer before he left.
He made 2 Super Bowls though. He got his ass whooped in one, but that's more than the coach did.
I mean, it's true, but he also didn't play that much longer afterwards. So it wasn't bad to get off of him.
Andrew Luck didn't either.
I mean, he had to protect himself. He was kind of
How much Peyton Manning retired in 2016? How much longer did Andrew Luck play after?
2 more years.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all they got.
They could have already been in that rebuild mode.
That was because they own the court, but they also
They did
didn't have.
rebuild. They can't trust Andrew Luck. He chunked the deuces on him. Matter of fact, no. Andrew Luck was the dad that went and got the cigarettes on the Colts, and he never came back. How about that?
Facts.
He abandoned y'all.
Yeah, man. So
He went out for a pack of Marlboro Reds and a bottle of whiskey and never came back.
He's still at the store getting y'all some milk.
No, that man at Stanford right now. CEO.
Yeah,
He
Got a
took
new
that-
family and everything.
so,
He took the gallon of milk to Stanford, not the Colts.
And now y'all some orphans bouncing around from foster home to foster home, quarterback to quarterback, hoping somebody will adopt y'all.
Now going from quarterbacks hitting up Phillip Rivers at like that 5 a.m. You up?
they making progressions. I give them that.
Y'all thought y'all had a home in Anthony Richardson. Then he tapped his head and came out the game.
I knew that was gonna work. I said,
And then he got injured in pregame warmups with a football.
No, it wasn't football. You know how he hurt his eye, right?
Why y'all jumping on me about my coach?
You know how Anthony Richardson hurt his eye, right? It was one of them bands, bro. And it snapped back and hit him in the face.
Not even a football, bro. Oh my god.
He was stretching with one of them QB bands, and that shit snapped back and hit him in the eye socket, and that's how he broke his orbital bone.
That's the most AR fucking thing ever.
I remember when he said, "I'm tired." I said, "Yeah,
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah,
That's a wrap.
Took me out of the game.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
That's like the only one.
Y'all gonna have to let that sink in until next week. Not gonna lie to y'all.
Chris, you got anything else to say on your team?
Hey man, at least I didn't get bullied. At least I ain't been a CJ Stroud.
Y'all also don't make it to be a CJ Stroud, so
I'm ready for us to
Got
be
more
sick.
playoff wins with CJ Stroud than y'all do.
Yeah, I was gonna say CJ.
How about CJ rookie year? We beat y'all in the last game of the season to make it to the playoffs. Did you forget that one?
yeah,
I'm talking about the players though.
What do we have to compare to?
I mean, we talk about the president. Y'all still ain't doing nothing in the
I
president.
can talk about the present too. Did we made the playoffs this year? Where was y'all at?
Went 2 rounds deep.
talk to me. Talk to me.
He said he done. He said, "You're not my client anymore. I'm getting rid of you."
I'm sitting here like, all right, you gonna say something?
Better let
shit to say.
Man's over
Yeah,
here like, bro, fight back.
I can't defend I can't defend.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we got them. If y'all enjoyed today's episode, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and we will see y'all next week.
You know, let my food outside.